Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Snort, snort, snort.
Kogan. Drip.
Snort, snort.
I got the drip. Go. So there you have it. So before we get to all of that, I think what we should do is tackle a few quick things. All right? Quick thing number one. All right? And I have to bring this up only because there's been some intrusive trolling activity on my streams as of the last week. Basically what's happened in a nutshell is that once again trolls have found a way to try to disrupt my content and my business. What they're doing is finding a way to look like they actually are in another country than they really are located in. They're using this as an exploit. It's not allowed on YouTube, but they're doing it anyway. And this exploit is allowing them to come on here and essentially mass purchase gifted memberships for incredibly cheap. So, for example, last night, here we are on the Street Fighter 6 stream, and, oh, look, there's 50 gifted memberships. Oh, look, there's another 50 gifted memberships. Oh, look, there's another 50 gifted memberships. And you look, it's all trolls. All their names are like insulting things about me or my family or viewers or something like that. It's like, how could they be affording that? Because they found this loophole. And by the way, again, this loophole, this exploit, which should not be allowed on YouTube. Technically, it's not allowed, but they're doing it anyway. Basically, it's been known for a while, and apparently YouTube just doesn't really give two shits about it. I don't know why they wouldn't give two shits about it, because it's just going to get worse and worse. It's not just going to be, you know, I'm a small-time guy. It's not a big deal to me. But imagine big streamers who have, you know, tons of viewers, and you got people going on their channels just constantly spamming gifted memberships to their viewership of thousands, and none of them are properly purchased. They're all this exploit, right? It really amounts to nothing. Like, it doesn't make YouTube anything, so YouTube, you think, would fix it. I don't know why they don't. Anyway, the reason I got to bring it up is because it's disruptive. When this happens, all of a sudden, the entire chat fills up with, oh, gifted member, gifted member, gifted member. The pop-ups start going crazy with gifted member, gifted member. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, almost all of last night's Street Fighter stream, the thing kept popping up. I had to turn it off because people were complaining they couldn't see the gameplay, right? Because that's the thing. Having nice pop-up messages as a way of saying, hey, thanks for a contribution is nice when, number one, the contribution is legit, and number two, when it's not happening constantly. It's a rarity that you would just see that happen nonstop and never stop. But that's what these idiots are doing now. They're trying to be disruptive to my streams. So, in order to take care of it, basically what I've done, number one, if there are gifted memberships, I've disabled the pop-ups. So there will be no pop-ups for gifted memberships. If there is a gifted membership and it's legit, I will shout it out manually, as I always used to do. If you guys aren't aware, gifted memberships only just started popping up on streams like a month ago. They just started adding it to some of these services to pop up so you should see it on stream on YouTube. So I'm basically just going to disable those, all right? So that way you won't see insanely intrusive pop-ups nonstop on the stream. That's number one. Now, standard memberships, real ones that are purchased, normally, they should stay. It's only the gifted memberships that look like they're going to be affected, okay? We'll test that. I mean, obviously, if it is a problem, you know, we'll see, okay? So that's number one. Number two, obviously, if you guys see this happening, please don't give it attention, because that's all they're here doing it for. They want attention. And if you give them the attention they want, then they feel satisfied and then they want to keep it up. If we just ignore the nonsense, they'll go away. And that's how you handle trolls. So I'm not going to pay any attention to it. If I see it happening, I'm just going to ban the account and move on and ignore it. And that's it. You're not going to see it on the screen or anything like that. It shouldn't be a problem. If you're in the chat, yeah, you're going to see it in the chat. It's going to basically, like, pop up when they do it, but just ignore it, and it'll go away, all right? Now, amidst all of this, the channel has unlocked 2 new emote slots, because people were asking about this last night, but I wasn't going to talk about it, because, again, I didn't want to give these people attention. I added 2 new emotes. One is me as Ryu, and one is me as Ken. When I dressed up last year to play Street Fighter 6, so there you go. Enjoy. You know? And the thing is, even though these memberships are basically only possible because of this loophole, this exploit, this abusable thing, whatever you want to call it, that should not be allowed on YouTube. From my understanding, you guys are getting the memberships and they're counting, right? Like, you have them. You have all the benefits of a membership. So enjoy. You know, I don't understand why these people think that this would hurt me, because I didn't do anything wrong. It's them that's abusing the system. So if anyone's going to get in trouble, it's going to be them. All I'm going to do is not have the pop-ups on screen anymore. You know what I'm saying? And then it's not going to be a big deal at all. By the way, be careful, because a lot of people are typing the emotes now and they type too many and Nightbot's timing them out. Don't type too many emotes at once. It'll go crazy. Okay? So if anything, enjoy your gifted memberships if you got one. In fact, a lot of people came on stream in the last couple of days. They're like, oh my God, I got a gifted membership and I never get one. This is cool. Yeah, enjoy. You'll have it for the month, you know? Now here's the thing, and this is just me being honest with my audience. Yeah, this sadly means that we can't do things like track members or track daily member goals, because they don't mean anything when in a moment's notice someone can just drop a giant gift of 50 members that equate to like a quarter of a cent, and you know, it doesn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no point in having a goal, right? So for now, the daily member goals are not going to be there. Whether we ever bring them back, I don't know. All right, I don't know if we'll ever bring them back. It depends, because this is a big problem that YouTube needs to fix. But please understand something. Legitimately buying a membership or legitimately gifting a membership like 672 just did, and thank you, 672, for doing that. I really appreciate that. Thank you for the gifted membership there, sir. That still helps this channel tremendously. And I want you guys to understand that that was a significant source of support that I was getting. And if this goes away, that's going to hurt me and my business. And that's not anything that I've done wrong. That's some idiots abusing the system. So please, just because some idiots found a loophole, please do not stop supporting the channel, because I'm not someone who's now rolling in support. It's actually the opposite. It's like, this channel looks like it's gained like 600, 700 memberships, and it's equated to me making like $3, you know, which is pretty messed up when you think about it. So please consider supporting in that way. Now, someone just said, instead of counting memberships, could we maybe do a highest super chat on the leaderboard? You know, I wouldn't be opposed to doing that, but there's a problem. YouTube allows super chats in any currency, and I'm not someone who understands the equivalences of currency. You see what I'm saying? I don't have a currency calculator in front of me. And then when I'm in the middle of a stream in a gameplay session, no, I'm not going to sit here with a Google currency conversion rates to see which super chat of the day was the highest one. If YouTube just converted everything to dollars, I would absolutely do that. But I can't do that. For some reason, you know, YouTube doesn't. It just lets everyone do super chats and whatever. And then I can't tell. So that's the real problem. All right. Anyway, just so you guys know, that's the deal of what's going on. And I apologize, but here's the truth. It doesn't really affect things that much, because we don't do monthly goals anymore. This would have been a disaster if I still did monthly goals, but we got rid of those last year. So because of that, it doesn't really affect things that badly at all. It's just that we won't have pop-ups for the gifted memberships. You know, I'm gonna shout out the real ones. If fake ones come in, I'm just gonna ban those accounts. And that's it. And they'll just move forward positively. And like I said, just don't talk about it. Don't if it happens, just ignore it. I'll take care of it. All right. It's not a big deal. Don't give them attention, because that's all they're seeking. All right. And just remember, please support the channel. You know, super chats, super thanks, tips, and yes, legit memberships and legit gifted memberships all help. And I still need that. Like right now, I'm actually way slow on support this month, and it's not your fault. It's because ad revenue this month is terrible. In January, ad revenue is the worst of all year. But then on top of that, there's the fact that there have been no major new releases this month. So my usual crowd of newcomers who would come in, or people who come just to watch the new releases, they're not here yet. They'll probably be here next Friday, but they're not here yet. They haven't been watching the stuff. The views are down this month because I'm doing these longer playthroughs and stuff with nothing really new right now. And then in addition to that, we got this member issue going on. So there's likely some people who maybe would have come and gifted memberships or whatever, and they came in and said, oh, look, Phil's fine. He has a ton of memberships, and then probably ditched, and maybe they'll come back later, but that's the problem with this kind of stuff, okay? So anyway, that's the deal. That's what's going on. Let's ignore it. Let's move on positively, okay?
I got the drip going. 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 I got the drip going.
It's like a faucet that's dripping. You can't make it stop. So what do you want me to do? Have a mute button that every second I'm tapping the mute button just in case I'm gonna have to clear? Like, this is what I mean. These dumb kids. This is what it is. It's dumb kids.